Guys ready? Members, what is going on? Welcome back to another stream. We got a few things to talk about. I don't think this is going to be too long of a stream, but there are some important things that have occurred, many different fronts, whether that is with the metals, as I told you about. Hopefully, I might be talking about the metals all year because this is a very significant event. And I took 2 trades yesterday, which resulted in losses. And I think we can actually learn a few things if we take a look at these trades. This is one of them, and I'll show these in the Discord as well because the Discord also has these trades recorded. The other trade I took was over... Why are we lagging all of a sudden? Was taken over on this. Hold on a second. Okay. 1 second. Yeah, so we should be able to... Perfect. So I think we can move a little better. I'm not sure why we're experiencing a lag all of a sudden. We have some programs probably delete. This is for back testing. This is running. Yikes. We have this here. 1 second, bear with me. But yeah, so we have this setup here as well, which did result in a loss. Here are the trades that was sent over to the Discord. So yeah, for some reason, it's just that platform that's lagging. We took the open trade. USD CAD opened at 35.42. This should be 35.42. That's 23. Was 42 not achieved today? Or did I read that incorrectly? Entry at this point, stop loss gets put in at 59. So this was the picture of the setup. Regardless of what the trading view is showing, this is what my MT5 was showing at the time of the trade. And this is from the master computer. It goes from master computer copied over to the slave computer. and then we proceed from there. And it's also sent from the master to Discord. But this is ultimately what that looks like. And then we go through and we put our target in within 1 minute. We're taking our ultimate risk of risk 1 for 2.97. You can see that's our stop loss. That's our take profit. We've adjusted a few things to the code that runs this. And so we now show the current P&L not only in pips, but the risk to reward value. So when anything is updated, we can see where we are actually in price at the current moment. This is what the risk is for this trade, 0.13%, very small, and a minimum loss if we are to take it. We end up modifying the stop loss on that position. And so, yeah, this trade wasn't a loss. Oops. The other trade resulted in a loss. This one here, we end up covering for 2.6 pips. Our target is 49, and basically because the stop loss was updated, the risk now shows that we are protected. We protected 0.02%, very small. It's basically break even, and we covered 2.6 pips. This is now the calculation of the risk to reward. It's a little more confusing now that the trade is beyond break even, but our current P&L at the time is positive 26.2 pips. This has now been a little more adjusted. We may see that on the next trade we take, but this will now, the current P&L will do like it does here. A modified trade to show it. But yeah, so this was how this gets modified. Our next update is to the USD JPY closed loss. And we're in that trade for 5 hours and 30 minutes. Price, I don't think I showed this chart. Where is it at? Where is the entry for this? So we have open trade. This is, so we hopped into this trade. We have short at 153.04. Oh, that's why I was chopped. 153. Bro, I don't know why these trading view charts are for some reason all out of place. But this is what the broker's offering. This is the opportunity we took the trade on. And we have this setup. I later go through and I put the target in. We're taking a stop loss of 37.8 pips, and that's going to be 0.27%. And then we slap in the target. Current P&L at the time is still just about break even. We're taking risk 1 to gain 2.6. I generally only aim for risk 1 for 3 minimum, but in these cases I can take these trades as well, just because the momentum was heavily to the downside, and that's what I'm trying to trade on. I'm never ever taking risk 1 to 1. Not worth it. Apart from that, you know what? Because the lag was 1 second. Okay, that should be a little better. So because we had the momentum, we're looking to just trade this short. Our target gets put in. You can see new TP. That way you know it's updated. New. And so 99 pips, risk 1 for 2.6. This is what our setup looks like. 04. Wait a second. Yeah, this is 04. O4 is where? O4 is like over here on this candle close. Stop loss was at 50 something, wasn't it? Just above this structure high. And then our target was risk 1 for 2.6. I believe we're targeting previous lows, similar to the previous trade. 2.6, just a little lower. This platform is lagging a lot for some reason. This platform is cooked. But I'll show you on the other. No, the MT5 is not going to show as clearly. This is what we have. We'll grab this. We'll extend it down just 0.3 R. Let me try something. I'm going to see what the issue might be with this. 1 second. Okay, so I'm not sure why this platform is lagging so heavily. I did make a lot of adjustments to my computer yesterday, but I'm pretty sure this was working yesterday and it was just working. But what I'll do is I'll just do this to the slave copier MT5, which is this ultimately. The trades that I receive from the master get sent here and here and to another account on this. But let me just try to place in where our entries and stuff was. So we're looking at this, and it ultimately says that our entry, this was the open. So our entry is at 04, stop loss at 52. 04, wrong pair. We'll go 04. Stop loss at 42. Our trade was taken right around here. Or let me find out the exact time it was taken. So this update occurred last night just before 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is 5 hours after the new day, so this time should be around 5 a.m. Around 5, just before 5. So right around here we took the trade. And we trickled down into profit just a little. We came up, and let me put in what our target was as well, because we might have hit the target. Target was 52.05. 52.05. We definitely did not hit the target. I have to make my TradingView charts correct because it seems like for some reason they're not showing my broker's prices, in which I know the reasoning behind it. If you go on TradingView, type in a pair, you'll get the same pair, different brokers. It's important that you have both of those matched up. But so this was our setup. We end up hitting our stop loss. We would now be towards the profit area. And then for this trade in particular, nope, not that. Ad blocker may be the reason for this. We have this USD Canadian trade. Our risk to reward is almost risk 1 to gain 3. We took our trade at 42, stop loss at 59. 42. Stop loss at 59. Just about right there. And our target was 49 points. 49 points. 49 points. That's basically just under this. Somewhere around there, if my math is correct. 37. What am I doing? 37. So right about there. We took this trade around the same time, 5 a.m.-ish, right around there. Just before 5, call it 5. We took that trade right around there. This was done because of the, I think it was a 30-minute time frame. So this trade ends up getting taken and we come down in profit a little, hit our stop loss basically to the T. Our stop loss was determined by this level right here. I aimed for it to be just above this. We would have been spot on if we did the previous candle that intersected with that area. We would have had we wouldn't have been stopped out. We would have hit our target, but that's fine. This trade ends up closing in profit for the 2 points. So we see this one hits our stop loss, we lose. This trade ends up closing. We made 2.6 pips. Our trade moved to break even. Just about break even, I would consider it that. Winning trade even though it hits a stop loss. We're in this for 7 hours. If you guys didn't know, if you want to be alerted when I go live, you can check that out in the Discord. You will have access to that. Just join and follow the rules here. Follow the rules. You'll automatically be admitted to the group and you can stay up to date with everything. Here are the live streams I do. This is the current live stream now. And so this is the trade. We have one winner and one loss for these, but we can ultimately see what this looked like in hindsight. What this looked like after. I think these are opposite. These are different things. I think this is. I don't think anyone has access to this. Only this is public. And so these are the trades that ended up taking. One lost 0.27%, and then this one basically didn't make anything, break even. Fine. We're coming off of a gold win, which has us up already. We have room to lose some and not touch where we started. Does that make sense? Because we're up. That's the way I view it, at least. And I try to keep it in mind like that. Ow. But yeah, that is basically all it is for the stream. I just want to cover those losses that we experienced, show that losses do happen. You do have to manage your trade to profitability. Every opportunity in the markets and every opportunity in life is an opportunity that needs to be managed towards success. Not because you are in the trade or you get the opportunity means it's a guaranteed success. A lot of people take the same trade we're in on gold, and even though it did go up and it did result in a profit for me, there are other people who took the same opportunity, over risked or for whatever the reason, and lost. Hey friend, what's up? I'm having a very amazing day. Very amazing day. I'm about to come back directly to you and close off on this trade discussion that we're having, this ultimately ended up proper. Everything happened within the rules that we have in place. And if you're not sure what any of the rules are, these trades, or the idea of these trades, the guide to these trades, are offered for free on the website. Just sign up for the initiate and you're in. Very simple. It's about a picture book. I have a picture book. It's literally big words, picture example. Big words, picture example. And then live example. Check it out. Learn something. And you can manage your trades well. Like according to this. One trade break even. Came back or hit our stop loss. If we see what it looked like in the beginning. So this is what it looked like when we updated our stop loss. In profit, we're about halfway there, and price ended up going back against. Fine. Completely fine with it. You're going to get up. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 p.m. Gonna go to the mall. What are you doing at the mall? But yeah, that's it for this stream. If you have any questions, definitely tune in to the next live. Ask your question in the Discord. A lot of you guys are sending me personal messages, and I appreciate it. It's all love. But your questions are the same questions 20 other people are asking me. Talk in the group. It's more beneficial if everybody gets to learn. And let that be the thing for 2026. I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to buy gold.